Hey everyone, we're about to get cooking, but first I'm going to see if I can run through this week's top 3 updates while holding this delicious Open Blue Cobia. So starting off, we're getting our first shipment of wild king salmon. They'll be coming in from Alaska. They will be limited, so speak to your sales rep. Speaking of wild, we have wild ramps coming from the Midwest. That's right, these delicious leeks are here now. Order now. And then for wild updates, we have some of our recommendations, including red grouper, shad, Hawaii swordfish, and of course, wild striped bass. Now, let's get to it. I'm here with my Open Blue Cobia, and I'm also joined by our Chef Davis DeNick. Chef, thank you for joining us.
All right, Bill.
So we have a unique cut we're doing today. What are we doing?
We're going to be utilizing the collar off of this. Cobia, like hamachi, has a really nice fat to it, and the collar really holds a lot of that fat, and it's a really delicious part of the fish. It's a lot that's often underutilized. Everybody's getting sides in like this. Oftentimes they can come with the collar. It's just a matter of request. And it's something they can utilize. This can be saved over time and frozen until you have enough to use to run for a special, or a lot of times these never even make it out of my kitchen because it is such a delicious cut. Usually goes to staff.
That's awesome. You guys can request it collar on with your order, so let's see how you're going to do it.
It's really very, very simple. The only thing you have to watch for is the collar tends to go back a little bit further than people expect. They think it stops right at the end here, and it really does go back a little bit further. But as you can see, we took the side off of here, straight down the backbone basically. Made sure that there was no rib bones in here. Took those out, and now we're just going to whack this piece of collar off. So I'm going to go a little bit further back. I'm going to leave a little bit of meat on there, and just cut it right through.
Awesome.
You can feel that the bone goes pretty much all the way to the end here. So we do want to be careful that we do clear that. And we also don't want to take off more fillet than we have to.
Of course.
Once we have this, really all we're going to do is season it up, give it a little bit of oil, and we're going to put it in the oven.
Keep it as simple, shows off the great flavor.
Exactly. This is a fantastic, flavorful cut. You got a lot of fat in there, a lot of connective tissue, and that's where it gets its flavor. You really don't want to mess with it a whole lot. A lot of times this is done where it's roasted or deep fried, and then just finished with a little bit of glazed soy. We're just going to do it with a little bit of salt and pepper and keep it true to the flavor.
Awesome. Sounds good.
So I'm just going to take this collar, and I'm actually going to use this fin to hold it up here a little bit. In order to have it stand up and get a lot of heat circulating around it, I'm going to take that fin, hold it up, hit it with some salt and pepper. You want to be a little bit generous with the seasoning because it's not a whole lot of exposed meat here, and it does have a fairly thick skin on it. I'm going to hit just with a little bit of olive oil to help start the browning process. Once this renders down, it's going to brown with just the fat from the fish. Alright, I'm going to throw that into about a 400 to a 450 degree oven.
So we got one in there right now. Let's see what this baby looks like.
You really want to leave it in long enough for the fish to get tender, for that skin to crisp up, and for the meat to crisp up around the collar itself. Let me get you a fork here, Bill. There you are, sir.
Alright, just scrape the meat off the bone?
Yep. Just want to pull it away from the collar there. And you can see how juicy and flavorful and fatty that meat is.
Oh, mama. Very juicy. Very juicy and very flavorful.
And there's a little bit more than you realize back there.
Yeah, there is a lot. I'll give this to some of the seagulls upstairs. Maybe they'll want some.
I really enjoy that.
Underutilized, something you can utilize. All you need to do is specify with your sales rep, keep collar on. It's Open Blue Cobia Collar. It's actually a good name for a band, Cobia Collars. So remember, this is Bill and Davis here saying, we're not broadcasters, we're fish people.